Welcome back to At Mama Feely's Feet, the podcast. I'm your host, Hope Vanetta. I'm a therapist, a writer, and a woman committed to helping us understand the wounds we carry and the resilience that runs deeper than we know. If you've been listening to earlier episodes, you know that this podcast is connected to my book, At Mama Feely's Feet, Trauma, Truth, and the Journey Back to Ourselves. In both the book and in this space, I explore how history, personal experience, and faith come together in the process of resilience and recovery. Today's episode is about how faith can serve as an anchor in our healing, not as a quick fix, not as a way to skip over pain, but as a steady presence that holds us when the storms of trauma and life come crashing in. Now, sometimes when people hear the word faith, they think of it as blind optimism or a demand to just pray it away. But as both a Christian and a clinician, I want to be clear. Real faith doesn't erase pain. It grounds us in the middle of it. Hebrews 6:19 tells us that we have this hope as an anchor for the soul, firm and secure. That imagery matters. Think about it. An anchor doesn't stop the waves from coming. It keeps the ship from drifting away. In the same way, faith doesn't make trauma disappear, but it gives us something firm to hold on to while we do the hard work of healing. Trauma, as we know, lives in the body. It affects our breath, our heart rate, our sleep, our sense of safety. That's not just theory. Research shows trauma rewires our nervous system. This is where faith intersects beautifully with science. Prayer, meditation on scripture, even singing hymns or gospel songs, all of these are spiritual practice, yes, but they also function as regulating practices. What do I mean? They slow the breath, they calm the nervous system, and restore a sense of safety in the body. Faith gives us both meaning and method. So think about this as well. Faith isn't just personal, it's communal. Our ancestors believed that they didn't carry faith alone. They sang together, prayed together, and leaned on one another when one person's hope was running thin. As a therapist, I see how isolation only intensifies trauma, but community can hold us steady, whether that's in a church pew, in a sister circle, in a support group of some kind. Faith multiplies when shared, where two or three are gathered, right? That's part of why I wrote my book, to offer a communal voice to anyone who feels disconnected from heritage or history. So, what about resilience? Resilience grows when pain is reframed. Trauma whispers, "You're broken, you'll never change." Faith answers, "You are beloved, your story is still unfolding, and healing is possible." Faith reminds us that suffering is not the end of the story. It allows us to look at trauma through the lens of redemption, that God can bring beauty from ashes, strength from weakness, and joy from mourning. As you reflect on this week, ask yourself a couple of questions. Where are you drifting? And what might it look like to let faith be the anchor that steadies you? Faith won't silence the storm, but it can hold you until peace comes again. Thank you for joining me at Mama Feely's Feet. If this resonates with you, I invite you to keep journeying with me, not only here on the podcast, but through the book as well, where I share more about faith, heritage, and healing. This podcast is for educational and inspirational purposes only. It's not a substitute for therapy, counseling, or medical advice. If you are struggling with your mental health, please seek support from a licensed professional in your area.